Hello YouTube, I'm here today and I'm going to show you how to set up your bait casting reel for fishing. Now, all bait casting reels have this thing right here. This is your tension control knob. This will control how fast, whenever you push the line release, how fast the line comes off the spool. And the tighter you set it, the slower the lure will fall and the less likely you are to have backlashes and the less far you can cast. But if you set it lighter, then your lure will fall faster, you'll have more backlashes, but you can cast a whole lot farther. That's the main thing. How I set it is I wait until the lure is slowly falling, and whenever it hits the ground, it will not overrun at all. Sometimes if you have it wide open and it hits the ground, it'll keep spinning. I don't want that. I have it to where it stops as soon as it hits the ground. Another feature that bait casting reels have is this right here. This is the magnetic braking system. Some of them have centrifugal brakes, but I don't have one of those. You can turn this knob right here and see where it says max. That means it's the maximum, and it controls the speed that the spool spins when you're casting. So if it's tighter, it won't spin as fast, and if it's lighter, then it won't. I usually have mine set about halfway, like it is now. And here in a minute I will show you how to cast it. What I like to throw is I have an Ugly Stick GX2 6.6. It's 6.6 medium action, and I have a Abu Garcia Black Max reel, and it has 12-pound monofilament on it. Alright, now I'm going to go outside and show you how to cast it. Alright guys, I'm outside my house here, and I'm going to show you just what I was talking about when you were setting it, on how slowly you want it to fall. Right now I just have on a old lure blank that I made. I carved it out with a knife and then smoothed it with a grinding wheel. And this right here is how I like them to fall. Now if you're a beginner, you might want them to fall a little less so you don't get backlashes. And that's fine. I've had mine for about a year now, so I'm alright with it. So I have mine set back a little bit. And watch the reel, the spool. Whenever it hits the ground, it stops spinning. It doesn't keep spinning, and that's what I like. That way you don't get a bunch of backlashes. Alright, I'm going to show you the casting part here in a minute. Now when you're casting, what you want to do is you want to click the button and keep your thumb on the spool. Bring it back behind you. I'm left-handed, so it might be a little bit different for right-handed people. And you want to throw it out, and whenever you get to about this position right here, you want to release it and let it go forwards. And then right before it hits the ground, put your thumb back on the spool so you don't get an overrun or a backlash. Just right like that, and right before it hits the ground, you click, or you put your thumb on the spool, and that's how you cast a bait caster. Alright guys, this is a style of cast that is good around bedding bass and whenever you want to get accurate casts. Bring it out to real length. That right there is a simple technique called pitching. Alright guys, I have another tip to use to prevent your backlashes or bird's nest or whatever you want to call them from going so deep. I've had backlashes that took up almost my whole reel full of line. What I do is I make my longest cast I can, and then pull out about another 10 or 15 feet, put a piece of electrical tape there. And whenever you put the piece of electrical tape, the line stops at that electrical tape, and the backlash won't go any deeper. And that's all. Thanks for watching, and subscribe.